Hello friends, welcome to the third part of ISRO 2017 exam for the post of architect. In last two videos we have covered 45 questions. Also I am posting such preparation video on regular basis. So if you haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe. I am your friend Rahul and you're watching Architecture and Planning with Rahul. So let's begin with the question number 46. A septic tank is a... So friends, septic tank is generally work on two principles. One is sedimentation process. So in sedimentation process, the suspended particles generally settle down on the base of the surface due to gravitational force, also known as settling. And the other one is anaerobic process. That's why it is also known as digestion tank. So the correct answer of this question is option number B, Q and R. So a septic tank is generally a settling tank and also a digestion tank. And what is the definition of a septic tank? So a septic tank is generally a underground chamber and it is a very common practice of domestic sewage treatment. Now move to the next question. The term municipal solid waste is generally used to describe. So friends, I am sure you are very much aware with the term municipal or municipality. So basically it is a boundary or jurisdiction within which a municipal council or municipality works or governs. And any kind of waste which generate within this boundary, whether it is a home, commercial or any kind of industrial waste. And that waste is known as municipal solid waste. So the correct answer of this question is option number C, waste from homes, commercial establishment and institutions. Next question is, in colder climates, passive solar design is most effective when? So friends, there are some design principles that we generally follow to achieve the passive solar design for colder climates. So let's understand what are those principles. Suppose this is our main building. This is the east direction, this is north, south and this is west. This is the sun path direction, which generally goes slightly tilting towards the south direction. So in colder climates, we generally used to provide windows on the southern side, so the rooms will get the maximum sunlight. Also you can see that in this diagram, the longer side of the building is oriented east to west, so that if sun moves east to west, then the building will get more sunlight. Similarly, the location of rooms should be in this way, so that it will get the proper sunlight throughout the day. Therefore, room should face towards the south. Now get back to the question and read the statement one by one. Statement A is largest amount of windows face west. So this is a false statement because the window should face towards the south. Next statement is longer axis of the building runs north to south. This is also false because the longer axis should be east to west. Third statement is most of the used rooms are located on the west side of the building. So this is also a false statement because the most used room or active room should be located on the south side of the building. So the answer of this question is option number D, none of the above. Let's move to the next question. Question number 49 is, which of the following is not applicable with respect to performance of the window glass? Option A is visible transmittance. So visible transmittance is nothing but the transparency and opacity of the glass window, and it generally measure in 0 to 1 scale, where 0 means 0% and 1 means 100%. Option B is solar heat gain coefficient, which is also the amount of heat which can pass through a window. It also measure in 0 to 1 scale, where 0 means 0% and 1 means 100%. For example, if the solar heat gain coefficient of a window is 0.3, so this means 30% of the solar heat will pass through this window. Third is condensation resistance, and it focuses on the improving indoor environment quality and limiting the amount of moisture in a room. And all these are the important factor on which the performance of a glass window is based. Next question is xeriscaping is. So xeriscaping is a landscaping technique or method to conserve water by using such plants that requires less water and irrigation? So the correct answer of this question is option number A, landscaping and gardening that reduces or eliminates the need for supplement water for irrigation. Moving to the next question, bioremediation is. So friends, bioremediation is a branch of biotechnology in which living organisms such as bacteria and microbes are used to remove the pollutant or contaminant present in a soil, water, or any other environment. So the correct answer of this question is option number C, a waste management technique that involves the use of organism to remove pollutant from a contaminated site. Next question is, green rating for integrated habitat assessment for green building in India was conceived by. So this GRIHA rating was conceived by the Energy Resource Institute, that is also known as TERI. So the correct answer is option number C, and it was developed jointly by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 53. As per ASHRAE recommendation, what is the rate of fresh air distribution requires in a building to prevent sick building syndrome? So as per ASHRAE, the rate of pumping of fresh air distribution that is required in a building is 900 to 1200 cubic feet per hour. So the correct answer is option number D. And what is ASHRAE? So ASHRAE's full form is American Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Engineers. Let's move to the next question. Match the statements in group 1 with that of group 2 on color and what they convey in interior spaces. So in this question, in group 1, there are 4 colors names are given, and we have to just tell what these color convey or feels in an interior space. So pastel yellow color represents the stimulating brightness and coziness. Red color generally represents the aggressive, advancing and dominant nature. Green is the color of simplicity, security and balance. And white is the symbol of purity, sterile, emptiness and deceiveness. So this is S. Therefore the correct answer of this question is option number B, P2, Q3, R4 and S1. Question number 55 is, in the rock cut architecture of India, which foreign influence is seen? So in rock cut architecture of India, Persian influence is visible. So the correct answer of this question is Persian. And in India, the Barabar caves is the oldest rock cut found in 3rd century BC. Next question is, which foreign influence is seen in the architecture of the city of Cochin in Kerala, India? So friends, Kochi city was ruled by Dutch, British and Portuguese, and all these three have big impact on the architecture of Cochin city. So the correct answer of this question is all of the above, option number D. Next question is, the tallest among all the early medieval temple of India is. So friends, Brihadeshwara temple, which is located in Tanjore, is the tallest temple of India, and its construction was completed in 109 BC. So the correct answer of this question is Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore. Now let's move to the next question. The 7 Rathas or pagodas at Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, India was constructed by. So the correct answer of this question is Pallavas. And this is the 7 Rath or pagodas at Mahabalipuram. You can see in this picture. Now move to the next question. Flying buttresses, ribbed vault and pointed arches are the characteristic style elements of. So the correct answer of this question is Gothic architecture, because flying buttresses and ribbed vault are used in Gothic architecture for the first time. Next question is geometric masterpiece Guggenheim Museum, New York was designed by. So this is very famous building and it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. And some other famous building of Eiffel Wright is Falling Water and Unity Temple. Our next question is brutalism is a style or movement in architecture wherein. So friends, brutalism is an architecture style and it was started by Le Corbusier in 1950. And brutalist buildings are characterized by minimalistic construction that showcase the bare building material and its structural elements. So the correct answer of this question is option number A. Building material, structural elements, services are exposed in pure and in honesty form. Also in this question, option number D, which is a predetermined standard module, is used for coordinating various components of building. So this is the prefabrication technique. Let's move to the next question. Which one of the following Greek order is most decorative? So friends, there are mainly three kinds of Greek orders. The first one is Doric, which is the most simplest Greek order, and it looks like this. Second is Ionic order, and it is slightly more decorative than the Doric order. It has a scroll at the top. Rest of the column is very similar to the Doric order. And third one is Corinthian. So Corinthian is the most decorative Greek order. It has leaf and flower, and it looks like this. It also has flute. So these are the three orders that was developed by Greek, whereas Tuscan order was developed by Romans. And the correct answer of this question is Corinthian order, which is the most decorative Greek order. Our next question is, in an ancient Roman design, hippodrome was. So hippodromes are ancient Greek stadium designed for horse racing and especially for chariot racing. And in Roman, it is known as circus. So the correct answer of this question is option number C, to hold horse and chariot racings. And plan of an hippodromes looks like a horseshoe shape. Let's move to the next question. Question number 64 is, a grotesquely carved figure of human or animal projecting from gutter and serves as a rainwater spout is called. So the correct answer of this question is option number D, gargoyles. And gargoyles are very common and decorative buildings elements of Gothic architecture. So here in this picture you can see the image of gargoyle. Our next question is, Victoria Memorial in Kolkata was designed by. So Victoria Memorial in Kolkata was designed by Sir William Emerson, whereas a bridge and North Gate was designed by Vincent J. Eck. Edwin Lutyens designs the Delhi city, whereas Herbert Baker designs the Secretariat building and Parliament House. Of New Delhi. But the Victoria Memorial was designed by Sir William Emerson, which is the correct answer of this question. Next question is, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Housing for All, provides central assistance to urban local bodies through states or UTs for. Let's see the options one by one. Option A is in situ rehabilitation of existing urban slum dwellers using land as a resource through private partnership. So yes, it is an in situ rehabilitation. So this is correct. Option B is affordable housing in partnership. So yes, it is also an affordable housing in partnership. Option C is subsidiary for beneficiary-led individual house construction enhancement. So yes, it provides subsidiaries. So the correct answer of this question is option number D, all of the above. Question number 67 is supports roof gardens, free floor plans, free facade and ribbon windows as 5 point of modern architecture was developed by. So this concept was developed by Le Corbusier and his work Villa Savoy, that is located in Boise, Illinois, is the famous example of 5 point of modern architecture concept. Next question is what is the name of very ornate architecture style developed in the later Renaissance period? So the architecture style that was developed immediate after the Renaissance period is Baroque. So the correct answer of this question is option number C. Next question is what is the function of overhanging slab in Frank Lloyd Wright's falling water structure building? So the main function of overhanging slabs in F.L. Wright's falling water building is terrace. So the correct answer is option number D. Our next question is match the trees in group 1 with their overall form in group 2. P is Grevillea robusta or silver oak. So silver oak is generally a columnar tree. So this is P. Q is Tamarindus indica or tamarind. So tamarinds tree are generally tall trees with broad canopy. So this is Q. R is Callistomum lanceolatus or bottle brush. So this is known as weeping trees. Last is Jacaranda mimosifolia, which is also known as Neeli Gulmohar. So these are generally the tree with spreading habits. So this will be S. So as per this, the correct answer of this question will be option number A. Next question is in which of the following garden symbolically white sand represent water and flat rock represent earth? So these are the symbology generally found in Japanese dry garden. So the correct answer is option number D, Japanese garden. It is also known as Zen garden. And these gardens are generally made of stones, gravel and sands, in which larger stones are symbolize mountains, islands and waterfalls, whereas gravel and sand represents the water. Next question is Charbagh or Cheharbagh garden layout is typical style of. So the correct answer of this question is Persian garden. And why it is called Charbagh? So these type of gardens are generally divided in 4 parts, in which the division space is used as pathways and rest of the 4 part is well landscaped. Question number 73 is the semicircular or triangular decorative wall surface over an entrance bounded by a lintel and arch is called. So the correct answer of this question is option number A, tympanum. So tympanums are generally an arch-shaped or rectangular shaped decorative design over the doors. Also in this picture you can see the original image of tympanum. Let's move to the next question. In Chandigarh city plan, architect Le Corbusier's V7 concept relates to. So V7 concept is related to hierarchy of roads. So the correct answer is option number B. So V7s are generally the roads within the sectors, where V1 represents the arterial road, V2 represents the major boulevard, V3 are the sector definers. V4 are the shopping street roads. V5 are the neighborhood street. V6 are the access lanes. And V7 are pedestrian or cycle tracks. So this is the hierarchy of roads used by Le Corbusier, which is also known as V7 concept. Next question is, in the ancient system of town planning in India, the pattern of plan which resembles the petal of roses radiating outwards from the center is called. The correct answer of this question is option number C, Padmaka, which is one of the type of famous Mansaras. 8 type of town plan. Now let's look into the plan of Padmaka. So it is generally of an octagonal shape where the main buildings are located. These are the individual plotting, and the outer side of this octagon is bounded by this petal shaped roads. So these are the roads. So that's why it resembles the petal of roses. Question number 77 is the most influential book, The Image of the City 1960, which had important and durable influence in the field of urban planning and environmental psychology, was authored by. So this book was written by Kevin Lynch. So the answer is option number C. And in this book, he introduces and describes the 5 elements of town planning, that is nodes, paths, districts, landmarks, and edges. So just remember these 5 elements because it is oftenly asked in similar kind of exams. Now move to the next question. Jawahar Kala Kendra building, Jaipur, merging the mystic power of the Navgrahas and the modernity of science, was designed by. So Jawahar Kala Kendra was designed by Charles Correa, and its some other famous works are National Craft Museum and Bharat Bhavan Bhopal. Next question is, who coined the phrase form follows function as a principle associated with modernist architecture and industrial design? So the correct answer of this question is option number C, Louis Sullivan. So Louis Sullivan said this famous phrase in 1896 in his article or essay. The title of essay was The Tall Office Building Artistically Considered. Mies van der Rohe's famous quote was, God is in the detail. And Walter Gropius said the quote, architecture begins where engineering ends. Now let's see the last question of this video. Historic railway station Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, formerly Victoria Terminus, which is located in Mumbai, is the best example of the architecture style of, and the correct answer of this question is option number D, Victorian Gothic Revival architecture. So friend, that's it in this video and in this series. If this video was helpful, please do subscribe. Also do like this video. If you have any doubts or suggestion, comment us down here. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.